Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Food from Around the World on my channel. If this is your first time here, I basically upload Northeast Indian recipes and my motorcycle and travel vlogs. Recently, I have started this new series which is called Food from Around the World. I have already covered Indian food to begin with, and this is my second video where I'm going to cover Nepali food. And I would like to thank all of you guys who have voted on the community and have chosen Nepal as the country which I should cover. And I'd like to really thank for watching the previous video. And now without further ado, let me tell you what and all I have prepared in today's menu. I prepared some Gorkhali style mutton gravy which is called Khasi ko basu. Yes, I'm already slurping. And my all-time favorite til chutney, which is potatoes with green peas. I'm sure many of you would have tried it. And then this is a Newari style pancake which is called wo or vara. And then the most famous gundruk. Yes, it's a delicious soup made with green leafy vegetables, dried ones. And last but not the least, my favorite dal. Yes, any Nepali meal cannot be complete without it. And now let me take you quickly through the cooking process. So without wasting any of your time, I'm going to dig into this delicious food. And first of all, I'm going to start my meal with gundruk. Yes. So let me park my rice plate here and just pull in the, gundruk bowl. Mm. This looks so yummy, and it's been quite some time since I have tried gundruk. And let me tell you guys, gundruk is basically a mix of dried leaves which comprises of mustard greens, cauliflower leaf and turnip leaf. Oh my gosh, this is looking so yummy. There are different variations of this recipe. This is really touching on my elbow. Yeah, sorry about the pause. Yeah, so gundruk has every family, prepares their own variation of gundruk, and this is something that I have been having it for quite some time now. I would like to give a big thank you and mention, about Rashu, who has sent me this gundruk all the way from Meghalaya. Oh my gosh, look at them. Yeah, they might look like this, but as you boil, it really gets softened. Wow. You can get the flavor of the turnip leaf really, which is really strong comparing to the other green leafy vegetables. We can also add this mix with rice and have it, which I'm surely going to do. But before that, let me chew onto these delicious green leafy vegetables. And if you have traveled, to Nepal or have seen any Nepali family, you would always observe that they are drying some of these leaves during the winters and preserving it for the rest of the year. Yeah, they're really chewy but soft at the same time. Amazing texture and flavor, I must say. I have observed that there are some online stores where you can go and buy gundruk, or else just wait for the winter, dry these vegetables and store it for the rest of the year so that you can enjoy some delicious Nepali style soups. And like I have mentioned, they go really well with some, hot steamed rice and some pickle. But I always enjoy it with, just as a soup. Alright guys, since I have quite a good number of dishes still to go, I'm going to park this aside, and my next dish is this Newari style vada or wo, that's how it is called. Newar people are basically based out of the Kathmandu valley, and you will have a lot of Nepali friends probably who are who have Newar surnames. Yeah, and this dish is one of them. This is my first time trying wo. I'm really apologetic if I did not get it right, but I tried my best to make these pancakes. But it's time for me to dig in and give my own verdict about my own cooked wo. And I'm sure if I ever get an opportunity to travel to Nepal, I am definitely going to give this vada a shot and tell you how exactly it tastes, and mine might not be so authentic. They're really yummy. Upon reading about wo, I have figured out that there are a lot of optional condiments which you can add, like chilies and garlic. But I believe this is the basic recipe, so I just try to keep it as simple so that I can get the delicious taste of this, urad dal or black lentils recipe. And like all the northeasterns love black lentils, so this dish is something that I would recommend all my northeastern friends to give it a try. This is really unique. Also, I have read that wo is basically consumed with some tomato chutneys as sides, and I must say Nepali people make some amazing pickles and chutneys too. Okay, this is my last bite, and keeping this aside again, bring in my rice, and here's my most favorite Nepali dish of all time. As far as I remember, I think since the time we were born, at least, sorry, since the time I was born, I have always been, having this dish, and in various versions. This is a basic recipe, that is the potato with mutter. So next to my maternal, aunt's place, they have lot of Nepali neighbors, and we were introduced to this food quite, early, and we have had so many variations of it, and I really enjoy the one, cooked with banana flowers. So maybe sometime on my channel I'm going to cover that recipe, and let me tell you that my mom probably prepares one of the best, til chutney, because of the number of attempts that she has given and finally found some kind of a permutation combination. So I do not know her recipe yet, and probably it's a secret, so I literally will have to beg her. But let me tell you that my version is also good. And this is the dal. The dal is really simple. Just boil your lentils. It can be masoor, or that is red lentils, yellow lentils, whatever you prefer. Just go ahead, boil it, and then temper it with dried red chilies, tomatoes, and garlic. That's about it. Add salt and turmeric for the color and taste. And here you go. Okay, so before I'm going to have this morsel, I'm going to try it as is. This dish is, as you have observed while cooking, there was hardly any spice added, but let me tell you, please don't be apologetic about adding as much green chilies as possible, because that's what is going to, spice up the dish and make it really hot. And also, I love adding tamarind juice. You can also add lemon juice, probably towards the end post you cook, because lemon has this what you call the bitter taste that can get through into the dish. That's what I have learned with experimentation with lemon juice. It can go wrong many a time, so that's why I feel tamarind juice is quite a safe bet when it comes to this dish. And if you do not have tamarind juice, go ahead and add raw tomatoes. They are really awesome with it. You can get the beautiful earthy flavor of the sesame seeds. I literally reached Mount Everest now. It's so tasty. Also guys, this til chutney goes really well with chapatis, puris, and I think the all-time favorite of all the people across the world, whoever has tried this, is with sel roti, which is basically a what do you call, a donut shaped but slightly larger ring of rice batter with uh, I think sugar. Yeah. Mm. And if you had the opportunity to spend Dashera, also known as Dashai, in Nepal, it's a mandatory dish that they prepare, sel roti with til chutney. They're just an amazing combination. So guys, if you ever have the opportunity, don't give it a miss. And you can also prepare the til chutney in little larger quantity so that you can preserve it. It can go, for a day or two. Just store them in the refrigerator, considering that potatoes tend to get bad or stale much earlier. Mm. The heat from the green chilies and the flavor the sesame seeds have added is just incredible. Mm. I hope you're enjoying watching this video. So don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and stay tuned till I finish my meal. And I have one more dish to go, that is khasi ko masu. I have a lot of stories around that too. I'm going to share all these amazing recipes on my blog, which is called Snigdha's Bioscope at blogspot.in. Go ahead and visit my blog so that you can get hold of these amazing dishes that I have prepared today, and also of all the recipes that I basically prepare on my YouTube channel. I try to take out some time and draft those recipes. Sorry about the burp. Yeah, and post them on my blog as well. If you have any questions regarding any of the recipes, please drop in your comments. And I hope you are enjoying watching my northeastern recipes as well. If you haven't watched them yet, go ahead and visit those. Go ahead and visit the playlist so that you get an idea of what all the dishes that we prepare, as well as don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss any of the updates. And this series called Food from Around the World, I'm going to cover recipes country wise, like I have mentioned in the beginning of this video. And I'll try to upload at least one or two in a month, considering I hardly have much time during the weekends. Yeah, so before I start another course of my meal with khasi ko masu, which is basically Nepali or Gorkhali style mutton curry or lamb curry, what most of the European people call it. Mm. Hmm. Mm. Oh my gosh, the meat is super tender. Mm. Mm. And how many of you love lamb shanks like me? Do let me know. Yeah, you got to suck in the bone marrow, and mm, this is like a mm, I cleared it and can literally see through this now. Yeah, I'm done. Quite a so don't let the child in you die. Dig into your food, how you have always enjoyed it, and some of you might find it little weird, but this is how we eat at home, and I am just representing myself on how I prefer some of the amazing dishes that I always prefer eating. And I hope all of you are enjoying this mukbang style videos on my channel, which I have started from this year. The earlier videos were mostly about the recipes. However, now I have started covering the main dish as well as some side dishes that we prepare in Northeast India. So this gives you a I will say this gives you a great breakthrough if you have any inhibitions about Northeast Indian food, and I'm sure that will die off as you watch my channel. Mm. 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 I'm really happy the way the meat turned out. It is really soft, and I have cooked for about 1.5 hours. You can prepare as long as you wish. I always feel that red meat can never be said as overcooked because they always taste good. Mm. Yeah, and also before I finish my meal, let me tell you about the way actually Nepali people eat mutton or lamb. They eat the meat with the skin, and when I say that, they basically remove all the hair and clean them thoroughly with by burning as well as cleaning with hot water. Unfortunately, I could not get that kind of a meat piece here in Bangalore, but I'm sure across Northeast India there might be some mutton store and where you can get these kind of amazing mutton pieces. So don't forget to give that authentic mutton a try, and they really taste good. I mean, you can get that rubbery texture of the skin which literally tastes like a cartilage. And if you have tried pork, yeah, I can say it's almost not similar, but as you bite into that fat, right? I mean, the first deep dive that you give is what you get when you eat the Nepali style mutton pieces. Ah. Mm. Mm. Thank you guys for watching this video so far, and I would like to really thank all of you for being so kind and dropping in your comments. They really motivate me and give me that kick to go ahead and research more about Northeast Indian food. And I hope you have enjoyed this Nepali menu that I have prepared today, and I will be back with another country soon. I'll keep you posted on my community, so go ahead and subscribe, and also check out the community as well as my Instagram page if you are interested on things that I do other than cook these kind of meals on my daily life. And also I'll be back on Friday with a new recipe video all the way from Northeast India, and I'll see you soon.